Family. Al Gerhardt, he's going to talk to us now about what the family's reaction.
They did try to get here in time for the announcement. They were not able to do that. They are incredibly disappointed. They are really upset. They had hoped that the evidence was so clear that a conviction on one of those counts would have been accomplished, and they certainly want a retrial.
Just from your perspective, we know what the questions they asked. I mean, the fleeing felony question made really no sense considering the evidence. And then the experts, their testimony that were so opposite of each other. Is there anything that comes to your mind that stands out as why they were so stuck?
I can't answer that. With the video evidence as clear as it is, they shouldn't have been so stuck. But I'm hoping to have a chance to speak lawyer to lawyer with the prosecution. Maybe there's some things we can review if I can be helpful at all in suggesting anything to them. I certainly want to do that. We worked up this case on the civil side very thoroughly. We do want a conviction, and the family believes that the prosecution put in a strong case, and they think the jury should have got it.
Al, I know Joe he'll probably poll the jurors right now. What do you anticipate him doing? What if it's a 6-6 as opposed to a 10-2?
I don't know what his formula is for determining. All I'll tell you is that the family's not going to want to hear about what the polling is. They want a retrial.
Have you talked to them? Can you go over again? I know there was a lot of exhaustion, anxiety, just their emotions at this moment.
They are at wit's end. They have been on hold since Sam was killed. And while the civil case resolution helped a little bit, justice in this country comes with ultimate responsibility, and that's through the criminal system. And that didn't happen today. So they are not happy.
Are they on their way here?
It looks like they probably will not come here today. There's one that may come. I'll be in touch with them. We are going to have there's a few that are here. We're going to talk to the prosecutor, and we're going to put the rest on speakerphone.
Okay, thank you very much. It's a civil rights attorney for the DuBose family. Like he said, they were not here in the courtroom. They were a little disappointed. He says he's going to talk to Joe Deters. The family, even though the civil suit was, they settled, he says the family wants a conviction, and they're going to press forward, and they're asking Joe Deters for another trial. Back to you guys.
And Karen, Al did mention that the family is very disappointed. They tried to get down to the courthouse in time, but Judge Shanahan indicated when this is going to go down, she is going to, take the bench and tell us what the jury has decided or not decided on. He expects maybe some family members to come down, and again, he mentioned they are terribly disappointed, waited a very long time. They thought for sure a conviction on one of these counts.
You know what? That's exactly what he said. And I was talking to Sam DuBose's father yesterday, and I kind of got the feeling he felt that this is how it was going to end up. He was telling me yesterday in his gut, he felt they weren't going to come to a verdict yesterday. He had a feeling they'd be back here tomorrow. I know he was hoping to come back here tomorrow. I don't know if anyone really anticipated it happening as quickly as it did. The jurors were asked to return at 8 o'clock this morning. 2 hours later, it declared a mistrial. Like he said, family disappointed in the outcome right now.